Hello, hello, everybody. Hey guys, how's it going? See, we've already got some people in the house. Hello, Suzanne. Hey, Jim, Tina. How's everybody doing today? Sunday afternoon. The weather here in Montana has been fabulous. We were actually out jeeping yesterday. Suzanne, if you can just give me a shout out, let me know if you can hear and see me okay. I always look for that from you since you're my official, unofficial checker. Thanks, Suzanne. But yeah, the weather's been fantastic here. We actually, excuse me, took the Jeep out yesterday, did a little exploring, and it was really nice. And then today I was out in the mud room organizing some of my crafty items. You guys know with my move, my craft studio got a little bit smaller, so I'm using the mudroom to store some of my items as well. Um, but I have to be careful because that is actually outside. It's not insulated, so I have to make sure everything's in plastic bins, and I got to be very particular about what I put out there because I don't want anything freezing in the winter. So it was nice to actually get to do a little organizing today. And I've been a busy girl. So I did announce, if you're on my mailing list, you'll know this. My next class, and my next class is going to be the Railroad Passenger Folio, I think is what I'm calling it. And this is going to be a fun one, guys. So here's the deal. I am going to do vintage items. Hey, Kelly. Um, Glad to have you. Glad you caught us. We're here every Sunday at 3 p.m. So we're very predictable. But yeah, so the class is going to be a vintage folio, and so I'm having to source vintage items, and I had eight items, and I'll show you in a minute. I had eight of those inter-office envelopes. You guys remember those, right? These inter-office envelopes we used to have when we worked in the offices. This one's folded, but you guys will remember this, right? So this one is a New York Central system for the railroads. And I only was able to get eight of these. So I put out an initial eight kits, and man, they sold out, guys. They just sold out. So if you are one of my Patreons, and a shout out to Brandy, I just got a new Patreon. Um, Brandy is a new Patreon for the creative, and she and I were chit chatting because she wanted to get a ticket to the Master Detective class, and of course that's been sold out, right? So she and I were going back and forth, and I said, well, let me see if I can scrounge another kit together, because I needed to make sure I saved enough product for me to be able to teach the class. But I was able to put together one more kit, and she got the last kit. So she and I had been chit chatting, and she gave me an idea. So we were talking about the Patreon, and you guys know I have the creative Patreon and I have the Backstage Pass. The creative Patreon is $5 a month, and you guys get the kit of the month, of course. You get access to my private Facebook group just for Patreons. So you guys get first tips on anything, and they actually got the first run at the railroad class. So I think a couple of people took advantage of that. So I didn't even announce the class. I gave my Patrons first dibs. And if you're a Backstage Pass holder, you get the class for free. So there's a savings right there. But Brandy and I were talking, and she said, God, as a Patreon, do you get access to your previous class recordings? And I hadn't set it up that way, but it got me thinking, and I'm like, that's a great idea, Brandy. So one of the newest perks, if you are a Backstage Pass holder, is you are going to have access to all of my previous classes, and I'm in the process of putting them over there right now. So you should, if you're logged into the website, and you have to be logged in so the system recognizes you as a Patreon, you're going to be able to go to it's the last tab I want to say, and it says Backstage Pass classes. If you click on that, you're going to have the link to the previous classes. So that's a new perk I'm adding for my Backstage Pass holders. So, and if you attend the class, you can always come back and access it rather than having to find the link. So Max was here, Melody. I don't know where he went, but he was here a few minutes ago. I'm sure you'll see him walking in. Hey, there he is in the background if you can see him. Hey, Maxie. Max. Hey, buddy. Here he comes. You guys can see him running in here. So yeah, Max is running around. So that is one of the new perks for Backstage Pass holders. But so my point is, the kids sold out in a day. But if you guys think, and I want you guys to let me know what you think. If you guys can really give me your opinion. So I can get more of these inter-office envelopes, but they're not going to say New York Central System. They're just going to be the generic ones. And then I can open up the class to more people, because I've got tons of vintage railroad ephemera. And then that way I can offer more people seats to the class. Otherwise, it's just going to be the 8. So let me know what you guys think. I truly need your opinion on this. If you think that, I don't know, I'll have to disclose it somehow, I guess. Or maybe not. I don't know. But I can open it up to more than 8 people, but they're not going to get the same inter-office envelope because, again, these are vintage items and they are limited, but I certainly want to be able to offer up the class to more than 8 people. So let me know what you guys think. I'm going to transition down, and I want to give you a peek at the at the new kit that we're going to be making, or the new journal. Now, I am still sourcing some of the items, but I wanted to get the class out there so everybody can register. But if you have participated in any of my classes, you know that I don't skimp on my kits. So hopefully, so I had to go generic. Yes, Jim. Hopefully you guys know that even if you don't see the finished journal right now, I'm still working on it because I'm sourcing items, that it's going to be fabulous. So let me transition. You'd be fine with a generic envelope. Oh, Robin, but you're in New York. You're going to want the one that says New York, girl. The first 8 people that signed up are getting the New York Central one. And then if I open it up, they wouldn't get the generic. So my question to you is, do you think people would still want to sign up getting the getting the more generic? It's still vintage because I don't think offices even use these anymore, but getting the more generic one. So yeah. Hey, Cordelia. So let me transition down and let me share with you what I'm talking about. All right. Let's see. All right. So let me clear off my desk here. And what we're going to make today is actually part of the my messy desk, part of the actual journal. And that's what I like to do. Some of my journals, of course, have lots of little nifty items that go inside the journal, and I like to create those ahead of time. Let's see, I think if they know you've gone to these to allow more people in, and that all other materials will be the same. Yeah, so yeah, let them know that the inner office envelope will be a slightly different. But honestly, you guys may not even know that it is different, right? So let me show you my prototype. It always starts with a prototype, right? So here's my prototype, and I'm not even using one of the class ones because I'm saving all 8 for the class. But God, it's kind of dark in here, isn't it? Is my light on? Yeah. Let me see if I can do something about this light. I have this little remote. Okay, so that's darker. It's lighter. Do you see it's going lighter? All right, we'll try that. So this is a City of Chicago, and this is just another vintage in our office. And this is the outside. I'm still kind of putting it together because, like I said, I have more things coming. But it's going to open up like this. And then this is what we're going to make today. Is this. So it's kind of like a passenger folio. And then it's going to have 2 signatures sewn in here. And then, of course, this is all going to be decorated. And by the time we come to class, probably in a week or so, this will all be complete. And I'll do a walkthrough of what it's going to look like. But I didn't want to delay and getting the class posted, knowing that you know, I'm going to have everything. And you guys, like I said, if you've attended my classes before, you know my style, you know that they're jam-packed, and you know you're not going to be disappointed. So that's what the class is going to be. So if you guys think it would be a good idea to open it up, and then just kind of disclose that it will be more of a generic envelope. It won't say the New York Central System. But what they will get, and let me share with you, I've got tons of vintage railroad ephemera. Let's see if I can do this without hitting my camera. Probably not. So this is my railroad ephemera. And as you can see, I've got a lot of it, guys. So the kit is going to have vintage ephemera as well as reproduced. But I have a lot of actual vintage ephemera that will be in the actual kit. So I'm just in the process right now of putting it together. I'll be going through all of my ephemera to put together the kits, of course. And the kits get mailed out about 2 to 3 weeks before the actual class. And the class is in May. So if you didn't register and you think you want to attend this class and get one of the kits, then just kind of put a note in the chat so I know that there are people that are so interested. And I'll open up some more kits. But the first 8, which already sold out, they're getting the central, what was it? Central New York Central System is what it was. And then the other one that I got is just says interdepartment envelope, I think is what it says. I mean, it's not written on, I don't believe, but it still will be the outside of your journal. So that's the railroad passenger folio journal. And it's going to be great, you guys, because if you've attended any of my other classes, I think I've included vintage items, but this one is going to have lots of vintage items just because I have so much railroad ephemera. And I've had it for a few years, and I think it's time that I use it. So that's why I decided to go ahead and do the class. So I will, Cordelia, I see you. So I will go ahead and add a few more seats. I'll probably add, I don't know, maybe 5 more seats. I don't know. We'll see. But, and I'll disclose that the structure of the journal will be the same, but some of the ephemera may vary. I'll maybe put it something like that, so you know that. And I'm still looking. I'm still trying to source more of this New York Central System because I think it would be really cool to be able to have matching railroad ephemera in there. So I'm still looking, and I have lots of time to still look because, like I said, the class isn't until May, so I have time. But it's going to be a really great class, and it's not anything like we've ever made before. If you compare it to the railroad, excuse me, the detective notebook, it's bigger than the detective notebook. Look at that. So I thought this was a big journal, but this one's definitely a little bigger than the detective, because it is using the envelope. And then you'll have a pocket here. It's going to be great, you guys. But like I said, once I get it completely finished, once I have all of the items in that I've ordered, I'll do a walkthrough. And that's one of the reasons why I put it out there as well, is because I do have to buy all the supplies, and it helps if I have people that are registered, and have paid, so I can go out and buy the supplies for the class, because it gets a little costly if I have to front all the money for the supplies. But you guys will love it. All right, so let's get to what we're going to do today. So Debbie, I see ya. No, you don't need to send me an email, Lords. I'm going to just add the classes. I just wanted to kind of see if people were interested in attending, because like I said, already 8 of the classes are, well, it's right in my face. Look at that. Let's see if I can do better. Oh, you just have to. Already 8 of the seats got filled. Let's see if I can move over a little bit. And I wanted to see if there was still interest. So yeah, you don't need to necessarily send me an email. Just watch for me to add more seats after the class, of course. So just check after the class. And what I would say is, don't forget, you want to not only purchase the kit, but you also want to register for the class, because registering for the class is what I use to communicate with all the attendants. So you definitely want to get your registration in. So if you did buy one of the kits and you haven't registered yet, be sure to register, because that's how I communicate with you guys. All right, so let's get into, it's right in my face. That'll have to do. All right, so let's get into this. So this was just a regular, and I'm sure you guys have seen this before. This was just a regular envelope, a bill, actually, that had one of these, windows. And I've seen people decorate these before, and I'm sure you have too. But when I was finished, even though I think this is really cute, the pocket was really thin. And I already started tearing it. I'm like, well, that's not going to work for me. So I thought, what is this? This is just paper, right? What if I created my own window? So I created a template here. And this is 2x4. So I made my window a little bit bigger, guys. And I created my own. And I added my cover here, but I'm going to show you some options here of what we can do. And I use this to just kind of trace my window, and then I used an X-Acto knife to cut it. So that's what we're going to do, and this is going to be part of the journal. So even if you don't attend my railroad passenger folio class, you're gonna know how to make this. But if you are attending the class, you're gonna get everything you need to make this, right? So I just want to go ahead and give you a little sampler of what you can expect in some of my classes, and hopefully, like I said, if you've attended my classes before, then you know what I'm about. And if you haven't attended the class, some of you guys that have attended classes, just give a shout out for the people that are rewatching this, your endorsement of the class or your experience. If you didn't like the class, please don't leave a negative comment. I would hope that you wouldn't. So that way people can see if they've never attended a class before. All right, so let's get to this. So you're going to need to start out with a 12 by 12 piece of paper, right? And what I did is I cut out a few ahead of time, and you're going to want to cut it at, what was it, 4, it was 4.5. All right, so 2 pieces at 4.5, okay? And then what you're going to want to do is get your score board, scoreboard. Let's see if I can find it here. And you're going to want to score one of the pieces. So figure out which one you want to be your top. And let's do this because I want this. Well, let's see. Let me think about this here. So you want this to be the outside because when you fold it, if you fold this, it would be upside down. So this is going to be my inside, right? So this is going to be my back piece here. And that is about, I don't know, it's about what? What is it about? Just want to give you guys measurements. It's about 10, about 9 3/4, almost 10 inches. Yep, I got Tim Holtz paper. So 9 3/4, about 10 inches on this one. So let me just trim this real quick. And then you want to take your other one and you want to score it at 1/2 inch at the bottom. Okay. And you can use any paper. Like you see, I'm using Tim Holtz paper here, but you can use any type of paper, of course. So this is going to be my inside. So this needs to be my inside as well. All right. And then this is my outside. And I always like for the more plain, this doesn't make sense, I'm sure, but I like for the more plain to be on the outside because then that way I can decorate it. So once you score it here, then all you're going to do is, let me think about this. Let's see, that's the top. Ooh, I did that wrong. Okay, so this should have been, oh, that's right. Okay, let me think about this. Hold your horses. So that's the inside. This is the scored piece. So this is going to be the inside like this. There we go. We got it. Took me a minute. Hey, Susie girl. And then once you figure out the way that your paper goes, took me a minute there, you're going to want to put a little bit of glue here. And then you're going to just glue it. Just glue it. Just like that. Okay? And then it opens up like this. All right. And then you're going to want to, let this dry a minute, of course. But in the meantime, you can figure out exactly how big this needs to be. So this top part is 7 1/4, I guess. So from the bottom up, you want to score it 7 1/4. So let me do that really quickly, or not score it, cut it. And then once you cut it, then as you can see here, hopefully you can see this, the score is a little bit above this because you don't want it, you don't want this interfering. So you're going to score from the top. It's about a 2-inch score line. And let's get the score line here. So it's 2 inches. So I'm going to score it right there. Okay. And then this will fold down like that. And now you've got pretty much the structure of your envelope. Now, we need to make this pocket, right? Now, the reason we want this pocket rather than just gluing on top is, number one, I think it looks really cool. But also, I have these different images that I think would be fabulous in here. So, you know, this one here, it has the conductor. So I think I might do this one today. But look at these other ones. This is the one that you saw in the book. But that's fantastic too. This one I did it, but I didn't think it was long enough. But I think if maybe your window was smaller, this one would be really fun. And then I have this fancy lady here. It's very fancy, very fancy, very fancy. And then I've got this couple here. So I think all of these would be fabulous for the window. But when I was pulling out some of my items, y'all, because this is the way my mind works, I found these. Now, what are these, you might ask? You might remember these, right? These were Tim's clear, I don't even know what it's called. What is it called? Transparent layers is what they are. And of course I had to have them, just like everything else that he brings out. But when I was playing, I thought, oh my gosh, these would be fabulous for a window. So I specifically was looking, that would be a good one too. But I was looking at the butterfly one. Let me show you. Let me just show you. Let me allow you to go in my brain. I thought rather than doing the clear, we can do the butterfly. Wouldn't that be fabulous? So that was my thought. So if you don't necessarily want to do, you know, an image, you can do one of these, which I think would be fabulous. So you can do, and of course it's double because I've already got this one here. But you've got this butterfly here and these layers. Look at this, how fantastic that would look. And isn't that a great idea, guys? Look at how fantastic that is. Got that one. What else do I have here? Got this moon. Oh, the moon one. That would be great for Halloween. Look at that. The moon. And then if you, I mean, I guess you could do a sideways butterfly. You could. Why not, right? Let's see. What else do I have here on these transparencies? But yeah, so all of these fit this 2x4 window. Look at how great that is. And then it's going to be, you know, transparent because that's what these are. These are transparencies. So that's another idea, you know, of course, if you don't have images. But you can also put your Tim Holtz people. So when I was kind of playing around, that was another idea I had is, shoot, you can do the clear window and just put one of the Tim Holtz people. Look how fantastic that would be. That's awesome. I love it. What a great idea, right? And these are the bigger people, but, you know, who's to say you have to use the bigger people? You can certainly go to these as well. And then, you know, the transparency, you would see, you know, the writing on the back. So you want to definitely use double-sided, you know, paper, so that way if you did decide to go with just one of the characters, you can see the background. So lots and lots of options for this design. So like I said, when I was pulling out some of my stuff, I found the transparencies for Tim, and I thought, God, that would be fabulous. But today, I think I'm going to go ahead and stick with um, my original thought. Let me just put these aside here, and I'm going to use this couple here because I think they're great, and they look like they should be on a train, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and cut out the window. So I created my own template because I think it's easy, obviously, to cut on a line versus try to just cut around. So I created my template, and then you just want to figure out exactly where you want this to go. And if you need measurements, I know some of you guys need the measurements. It's about 1.5 inches from the bottom. So figure something like that, 1.5 inches from the bottom, and about, I don't know, 1/2 inch or so from the side. So 1.5 is my bottom. So I'll do a little, just a little mark there, and then just figure out. Did you even mark? Oh yeah, there it is. There it is, right there. And then just figure out exactly how far from the side you want. So if you're going to decorate it with washi tape, kind of like what I did here, depending on how thick your washi tape is, you want to kind of take that into consideration, right? So let's just, I don't know, let's just kind of eyeball it here. That looks pretty good. What do you guys think? So I will just create my template here. All right, so that's what we're going to cut. And then, now there's a couple of ways to cut this. If, first of all, you want to make sure your paper's open. Definitely don't want to cut it when it's closed because then it would be a mess. But you can certainly use your ruler if you're comfortable with X-Acto. If you're not, you can do an X here, right? And then finish it off with your scissors. So you can have small scissors and you can, you know, cut. So there's a few ways to actually do this. I'm going to go ahead and be bold here and just do my ruler. You want to make sure you have a strong hand. You don't want your paper to be moving on you. And you don't want to go over your line. That would not be good. So I'm just using my X-Acto knife. And you can feel when you've cut through it. And remember, if for any reason you didn't cut all the way to the edge, this is where you can, you know, bring your scissors in. So there's that. And then we're going to go ahead and do, and I'm using the Tim Holtz Media Mat here. Hey, Gloria. So that, you can cut on this. It's tempered glass. So it's great for an X-Acto knife. Ooh, look at, I'm cutting part of my ruler off. Look at that. That's why it's good to use a metal edge, which I have a metal edge ruler. I just don't know where it's at. It's the story of my life. But yeah, the key is to not go past your corner. Now from here, like I said, if you wanted to, you can cut your X and then just cut around. But I'm going to keep going here, guys. Oops. I can't believe I cut part of my ruler. That's funny. I need to find my metal ruler. You know what, actually? My husband got me these a while ago. Let's use this. Let's see. Because I know this isn't going to cut through. All right, let's see if I can line it up though. I'm trying to see how this is going to work. If it is even going to work. All right, so there's my points. I can't really see. Maybe this is the better way. There's my points. Got to make sure I see the bottom. And then just hold tight. You don't want it moving on you. It's pretty good actually. Did it cut? Yeah, not all the way through though. See, once you've already got the cut going, it's real easy just to come in and finish it off. I have my glasses off, so I can't quite see your comments. And then this is where you can come in with your scissors, guys. Pretty good, pretty good. Let's see. Cutting this window. I don't want to tear it, so I'm just trying to be real careful here. There we go. And then we'll do this last piece here. Just lining it up, pressing hard, and oh, it's moving on me. You can finish off by just cutting it if you want to. And then just, you know, just even it off if you're a little crooked, no big deal. Just finish off some of these rough edges. And there you go, then you have your pocket. All right, let me put my glasses back on. So Gloria had a birthday. Happy birthday, Gloria. Nice. All right, so once you've cut that out, now you can see you've got your window, right? It's perfect. And then from here, let me just show you again. This is where you could, if you don't want to use clear transparencies, this is where you can, you know, use the Tim Holtz ones. But look at how vibrant that is. It's pretty awesome, isn't it? See, that'd be really, really cute. All right, so, but we're not doing that. We are going to use transparencies. And I got them out, and now I can't find them. There they are. And it's just regular transparencies. My husband was a teacher in his earlier years, and he had some of these, but you can get these at the office store. You know, there's nothing fancy about them. Um, so let me just trim this down. And this is, the window is, I don't know what, like 2 inches. So I'll probably cut it 3 inches or 2.5 inches. So 2, let's see here, 2.5. Maybe I'll go 2 3/4. So I want to make sure I have enough room to add my glue, right? And then just a little bit off. Let's see. Oh. There we go. Okay. So now that we have our transparency, now you can go ahead and just add it here. And I'm just gonna add some glue. Nothing fancy schmancy. Stamp on them with archival ink. That's a good tip, Tina. Yeah. And then that way it won't smudge. Yeah, awesome. And so when I add this, I like to add my glue close to the window, so I don't have any, gaps. And then just smooth it down so you don't have any, glue bubbles. Glue bubbles. All right. So there, that's a little glue seeped out through here. Now I should have, see, I was ahead of myself. I should have added my, in fact, let me see. Want to add my distress ink. Speaking of distress ink, so last week I shared with you that our good friend Robin was so kind enough to gift me scorched timber in the oxide and in the distress ink. And they came in. I haven't had a chance to play with them yet because I was preparing for my class. But I'm very excited. I think we'll play with them next week. But yeah, they came in, and of course that made my heart very happy. And I'm going to pull them out of their containers and give them a try. Give them a run, right? I'm curious to see how it's going to compare to my walnut stain, but I want to give it the full test, of course. All right, so now that I went back and added my distressed ink, and this is actually vintage photo. My walnut stain I put away and I can't find it now, so that's gonna be a problem. I'll find it though. I'm sure it's around here somewhere. Okay, so there is that. So now we have our window, and now is where you decide what you're going to put in your window. I'm going to put these characters here because I think they look like they're on a train. And so part of the kit that you guys are going to get for the railroad passenger folio, you're going to get 4 of these. You're going to get this one, you're going to get this one, you're going to get this one, and you're going to get this one. So you're going to get to decide what image you want to use for your folio ticket holder, I guess, because that's kind of what I was calling it, because inside of it, referring back to this little envelope here, but inside of it is where you're going to have like your little menu for your grand buffet. And you're going to have a luggage tag in here and then some other images. So if you were, you know, traveling, you would have a folio that would hold all your important papers, right? Um, so yeah, I think, Robin, it's probably not far. I probably just put it away, and I probably turned the label the wrong way, um, but I'll find it. So anyway, so I want it to be like a train scene, and that's why initially I used this one because it looked like she was, you know, sticking her head out the train. But this one looks like it is. Well, maybe they were stopped at a station, you know, and he's asking the conductor, "Excuse me, sir, what time will we be arriving at our you know, destination?" So he's probably talking to the porter here and trying to figure out exactly the timetable for the arrival. So so let's go ahead and add this one. Now here, excuse me, sir, is that Grey Poupon? Maybe he's asking that. You guys remember that? Do you remember that commercial? When they would be stopped at a stoplight and they're in a car. Is that Grey Poupon? All right. So let's add our image. All right. And here's where you want to be somewhat strategic, right? So figure out exactly what you want showing. I definitely want the porter showing. So I am positioning it so the porter does show. But gosh, doesn't that fit perfectly, guys? Isn't that fantastic? I love it. I think it's fantastic. Your kids would be asking, "Are we there yet?" Yeah. You might be asking that, Gloria. "Excuse me, sir, are we there yet?" No, sir. This is only the first stop. It's like, well, excuse me. Sorry I asked. All right. So I'm going to trim that baby off. And now is where the fun starts. Because to me, decorating is always the funnest part. So I'm going to get out my corner rounder here and just round the corners. All right. And then if you want to add your washi tape, this is where you would do that. So I've got, let me see what I've got here. All my washi tape is still outside in the garage. I need to bring it in here is what I need to do. But let me see what I got. I've got some Tim Holtz washi tape. When Tuesday Morning was still around and they would have, you know, all the Tim Holtz stuff, I would always go and buy it. So let me see. That's all right. That one's kind of thick, and that one isn't necessarily my favorite. So maybe I'll stick with the letter one. So this is what I was using before. Although, look at the butterfly one is pretty nice too. What do you guys think? I'll let you decide. Should I use the butterfly one or should I use the one with the alphabet? What do you guys think? I'll give you guys a minute to catch up to me. Lawrence, did you kick your company out? That was a quick visit. Ooh, that would work too. I like that one. I don't know. Maybe I'll use this one, guys. That would definitely work. Butterflies. Lord says butterflies. It's music. Jim says alphabet. Oh boy. What do you think of this one though? Look at this one. Can you guys see that? That's pretty fabulous too. And then it might blend in. But I do like the alphabet. Alphabet. Maybe I will use this one. Yeah, I think I'm gonna. Okay, so I use a straight blade. I use a straight blade when I do this, guys, and let me show you why. I think it works great for cutting washi tape. So let's just, you can line it up and it cuts it perfectly. So let's just line this up. I have a whole box of these straight blades too because I use them to clean up my media desk as well. And they're just great to craft with. All right, and then let's see here. Put this here. I hear Max in the background. We always joke. His face looks like E.T., his eyeballs. So we call him E.T. sometimes. But then he also sounds like, if you guys were a Walking Dead fan, he sounds like a zombie when he makes all that noise. Poor Maxie. But yeah, he's a character for sure. All right, so I think that looks great. And then this here. So that way, if you have any, imperfections on your cutting, the washi tape helps to kind of mask that a little bit. Now, you certainly don't have to add the washi tape. I do, just to kind of frame the window, but I mean, you don't necessarily have to, right? Okay, and then there we go. Okay. All right. So yeah, so that is how I did the window, and then let me see, I have a little bit sticking out there. Just straighten that up. I have a I have my sander around here, but I don't think I need it. I just want to make sure this is straight. Cut off that extra paper. It's pretty good. All right. So there, that's the window. And then from here, it's just a matter of decorating. So I have remnant rubs, of course. I always have remnant rubs. And then I also have I have some of these Kathy Holden stamps. So I was just kind of looking through what I had here. So I'm not real sure. I kind of was thinking I wanted to use the remnant rubs because you can see through those. And I really didn't want to lose the background because it's so pretty. But we'll see. We'll see. All right. Let's see what we can come up with. So let's do that. So these are remnant rubs that I got a while ago. And they kind of have a map theme going on. But oh my gosh, you guys, this paper is perfect already, isn't it? Let me let me see what I got going on here. Because I don't want to cover the paper. It's so pretty. I'm breaking my own rule about layering. Oh, there was another thing I wanted to share with you guys. So another idea is, do you remember these? And I'm going to try it. These were the shattered windows. These are transparent as well. So if you wanted to, you could put this on here as well, and that would be fabulous. I'm going to make some with these. I didn't want to do this one because I wanted to do just a real generic one at first. But look at how great that would be, like a shattered window. Wouldn't that be cool? I think it would be cool, especially for Halloween. I think you're going to see this design again come Halloween, because I think it's fabulous. All right, seize the moment. That probably would work, right? All right, and I lost my tool, so we're going to use this. So seize the moment. We'll put that right there. All right. Let's see if these will work. These are old, you guys. I hope they still work. Hear Maxie. I hear Maxie in the background. Hey, Maxters. Hey, buddy. Seize the... Hey, Maxie. Come here, buddy. Come here, buddy. Come on, jump up. Jump up. Oh, okay, come here now. Come here. Come on, jump up. I know you can. Sorry, guys. I want to show you how he looks like E.T. So, this is Max. Hey, buddy. Look at his eyeballs. Oh, you guys can't see. Let me switch. Hold on. Okay. Okay, now look at the camera, Max. Doesn't he look like E.T. a little bit? Oh no, he's looking at me. He's so funny looking. And then he makes all these funny noises. But yeah, that's Max. So whenever you hear snorting in the background, that's him. And he has just a funny looking face. Yeah, he snorts a lot. All right, go on, buddy. Oh, there you go. But yeah, he's a cute dog. Okay. Sorry for the interruption. He was in here making noise I wanted to share. All right, so back to this. So seize the moment. And these are just really old remnant rubs. Jim, you shared last week 49 in Market has remnant rubs. In fact, they have like a train travel set, which is actually going to go in the kit. They're on order right now. But yeah, they've got some really great remnant rubs. Let me just, yeah, the thing about remnant rubs is you want to kind of test it as you go and not pull it up, because then you might lose the placement. Okay, so let's see what we got going on here. Last little piece. But these are old. Usually they come off a lot easier. There we go. So seize the moment. But these are old. And then, let's see, what else do I have here? Oh, I think that hand would be fabulous. If you have the stamp sets as well, of course you can use, your stamp sets. I just thought that the black bold would look really good on this. And since we've got the parcel post up here, I thought maybe we could kind of go with that theme a little bit. Okay. Oh, that's never happened. It came off. Interesting. It came off on the backing. All right, so I've never had that happen before. Interesting. Let's see. Let's see. See, look at that. See, that's dangerous because now it's live. Crazy. All right, let's see if we can place this. I've never had that happen. See, now I'm stuck. I'm committed now. Postmaster. It worked. Oh my gosh, that was crazy, guys. All right. Usually it ends up on this piece, and then you gotta, use your tool. But that stuck to the back. Wild. All right. That's crazy. But I saved it. All right, so there's that. And then let's see. I'm thinking I want to do the finger. I don't want to give you the finger, but I want to use the finger. Uh, sorry, guys. Baggage check. That might be kind of good. Let's see. Baggage check room. See, look at all of these are sticking, y'all. Okay, so that one, look at, that's crazy. Okay, so this one's stuck. Should I put it on here? That's funny. I've got defective remnant rubs. Baggage. Now, how are we going to get this off? Let's see. Check. All right. And then room. Whoa. Let's see if I can get this off. Trying to be careful to not tear it. And I am tearing it. It's sticking to my finger. So there's the R. Okay. And then the Alright. Maybe I can save it. It's crooked, but that's alright. Baggage check room. Okay. God, that's funky. And then I still want to use that finger. I think that's going to go like right there. Hopefully the finger will cooperate. I don't know why these are doing that. That's weird. And of course, I think the stamp set would work just as well. But we don't have the stamp set out, so we're using the remnant rubs. Okay, so this is the way it's supposed to come off, guys. Just like that. All right. Okay. And then let's put like a number or something right there. Let's see. Number 9510 maybe. And do serial number. Let's see. Bellman date. It's a lot of choices. Lots of choices. Oh, maybe we should put ticket. Let's see, ticket number. There you go. Okay. Okay, so ticket no. Let's see if this is going to cooperate. Ah, yes. All right. So ticket number, I think that is good. Yes, fabulous. What do you guys think? And then let's get our, gosh, where's my walnut stain, people? Walnut stain, where did you go? Oh my goodness, where is it? Let's see, I don't see it. I see ground espresso. You know what? Did I put it? I bet you I put it back with my other inks. Hold on. See, so last week I had these out, and I'm wondering if maybe I put it away. Yep, there it is. Look at it right there. Oh no, that's vintage photo. But there's my walnut stain. But I don't use the oxide though. I use the ink. Gosh, where is it, y'all? It's really bothering me. Is that it? No. No, that's black soot. Ground espresso. I don't see. Oh, no, that's crushed brush corduroy. I don't know, guys. I don't see it. I was thinking maybe I had accidentally put it in here, but I'm not seeing it. All right, I'm gonna have to find it, I guess, after my live because it's really bothering me now. In a drawer. Yeah, you would think so, but I probably put it somewhere so I wouldn't lose it, because I told you guys that my husband painted my studio and I had to like pack everything up. but I'll find it. I don't know where it's at. So we'll just work with vintage photo for now. I don't want vintage photo to have a, you know, a complex. But I really prefer walnut stain. Alright, we'll just pretend this is walnut stain, I guess. Yeah, it probably is in a box, Melody. I need to just clean off my desk. I usually keep it right on my desk, and then I made the mistake of organizing it. See, that's the first mistake. I work better in chaos, and my husband doesn't understand that, but I do. The wall looks great. Thank you. Yeah, I'm really happy with it too. It's a very soothing color. I know, Robin. Me too. Me too. If I have it out, then I know where it's at. But vintage photo is good. Okay. We'll use that for now. Okay, so once we... Oh, we need to put something here, don't we? Well, let's see. What should we put there? Let's see. What should we put? And I'm gonna close it with a clip. I'm not putting, you know, any brads or eyelets or anything like that. Okay, so I'm gonna use a clip to close it. But I'm thinking we need something there. Let's see. What could we put there? We got some more remnant rubs. Maybe, I don't know, maybe something like that. Let's see. Oh, friends. Let's see. I'm just kind of sifting through my stuff on my desk here. I guess that would be alright. I mean, I guess I could leave it like that, but I kind of feel like it needs something, don't you think? I don't know. No, maybe we'll put this. Maybe numbers. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Any ideas? I should ask Max. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if he'll know where my walnut stain is. He might. You never know. Okay, so let's just put this here for now, I guess. I mean, I guess I could put those big numbers, right? I could always do that. I feel like it needs something. And that's going to get folded over. All right. Let's see. Here's my little scissors. So there's that. Let's see. The maps section. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea. I was looking for those. Yeah, that would work. Maybe use this part here. Good idea, Robin. Now, if you can only tell me where my walnut stain is, we'd be in business here. All right, so let's see. Put this here. I guess maybe not upside down though, right? Oh, kind of, but I want it like that. I don't care. I'm doing it upside down because I want it like that. Let's see. So so when you open it, it's not upside down, but I just wanted it that way. And then we'll put these, right? I think these would be fabulous. Something like that, maybe. Let's see. As I'm doing this, I'm looking around my desk looking for my walnut stain because it's really, see, it's exactly where I put it. I had it in front of my other computer. Oh, I was missing it. That's my favorite. If you guys don't have walnut stain, I have a couple of these left in the shop. So these are the mini walnut stains that are out there. And if I couldn't find mine or if I lost mine, I'd be digging into my store stash. Yes. I need to keep it right in front of me. I put it off to the side. I'm not sure why I did that. I'm sure it's when my husband was painting. I had to move it. But, it was worrying me because you guys know I use it every live. All right. That looks good. Good idea for the map. All right. Where are we at with time, y'all? We've been going here. An hour and 18. But I'm not quite done. All right. So you guys get the idea though, right? So the inside, let me just do a quick, I mean, I want to finish this. If you guys can't hang out anymore, I get it. I'm sure you have better things to do than just hang out with me, but what I do is I cover this, and then I put pockets is what I did. So let's see here. Something like this, right? Let's see. Okay, let's see. So I'm gonna have to use pieces because this was the 12 by 12. But let me just see what I've got going on here. All right, so maybe, let me see, how did I do the other one? Sometimes I forget what I do. Okay, so I didn't go all the way up on the other one. All right, that's good. So this one will be my first pocket. So okay. Get out walnut stain here, my trusty walnut stain. Okay, Cordelia. Check back also after the live. I'm going to add a few more tickets for the Railroad Folio, so don't wait too long because I have a feeling they're gonna sell out. Um, so I will see you later. Okay, so that's about right. Okay, so I'm gonna put my little thumb notch. My nose is itching. Okay, so that's gonna go there, and then let's see. The website isn't letting me on. Guess I need to reset the password. Yeah. I don't know if I can do that for you. See what it does if it allows you to reset. All right. So this is gonna go like this. Okay. So let's see. Where am I at here? Okay, like that. Okay. So there's the second pocket. Just making sure I'm even here. Okay. I keep forgetting to put my walnut stain. Alright. So that'll go like that. And then this one is going to go not quite to the top, but like this. Okay. So let me add my walnut stain before I forget. I miss you, old friend. Alright, and then this one will go just like that. Something like that. Alright. Okay, let's see. My little thumb notch going on. And then pull that down just so. So yeah, so this is twofold, right? Not only does it work as pockets, but it also covers up this white background that we have. So if you're gonna, cover it, you might as well add some pockets. And then that will be where you put all your tickets and whatnot. So when the conductor comes around and says, tickets, tickets, get your tickets out, you can reach into your folio, your passenger folio, and you can pull out your tickets, you guys. Because if you don't have your tickets, it needs to be higher, they might kick you off the train. So here's a story. So I grew up in Chula Vista, California. That's in San Diego. And when I was in high school, quick story and then we'll be done. When I was in high school, the trolley had just come out and it went downtown and whatnot, right? And I had a high school boyfriend, and we decided we didn't want to buy tickets. So we, of course, got on the trolley, and we figured, they don't check for tickets all the time, right? Sometimes they check for tickets, but not all the time. Um, but this one time, the conductor was checking for tickets. And, we saw him coming through the trolley. What is it? The trolley cart, I guess is what it's called. The trolley, you know. And we, of course, jumped off at um, the next station. And we could hear the conductor saying, "Oh, guess someone didn't have any tickets." It was so embarrassing. And we got caught. But yeah, we were young, we were poor, we didn't have any money to buy tickets. I'm sure probably wasn't even very much, but we got caught. So we just waited for the next one to get home. I'm sure that you guys have done things like that in your youth. There, that looks good. All right. So that's my story. And that's why it's important to have a folio to house your tickets. So when the conductor comes around, is it the conductor? The conductor's probably the one driving the train. But when he comes around, you can easily get your ticket. So you don't have to jump off the train like I did in my youth. But it's kind of embarrassing when they call it out. Oh, guess someone didn't have any tickets. Yeah. All right. Oh, let's move that up a minute. And that's it, guys. So there are your pockets. And when it dries, you can stick. Where are my... Let's see here. Okay, Chicago, Illinois, Louisville, and Nashville Railroad Co. Here is an authentic vintage ticket. And let's stick it right there right now. So that way, when you have to pull out your ticket, all you gotta do is flip open your folio and say, "Here you go." All right, everybody, that's all I've got for you today. Just a quick reminder, if you do want to register for the railroad folio, passenger folio class, I am going to go and add a few more kits and tickets to the class. If you've already purchased the kit, make sure you register for the class, because that's how I communicate with you guys. And the class is in May. I want to say May something. I can't remember. I'm getting old. It's hard to remember everything. But it is over on the website. And this will be one of the things in the class. So you guys got a little sneak peek of what we'll be creating in the class. And we'll be making some more fabulous items. But this was just a little sneak peek of one of the things we'll be creating in our class. The 25th. Yeah, that sounds right, Robin. May 25th. So if you want to join us on that class, make sure that you register and order your kit. It's a pre-order. And then all of the classes are recorded. So if you can't attend live, then you'll be able to get the recording. And then, of course, if you're a Backstage Pass holder, no pressure. I mean, the class costs $15. But if you are a Backstage Pass holder, you get the class for free. So if you have been on the fence about registering as a Backstage Pass Patreon, I can't think of the word, then do that first and then register, because then your class will be free. Your class cost will be free. So that's an automatic $15 right off of your Patreon cost. And it is a year subscription. So that's a good deal. And with the Patreon, of course, you get all these extra little perks. So yeah, so I will see you guys next week. I hope you have a fabulous week. And give me a minute for those of you that want to register for the class. I will go ahead and add a couple more seats, with the understanding that, you know, the folio, the inner office folio is going to be a little different. But I don't think that'll be a big deal. Maybe I'll see if I can find something to decorate it so it says railroad. I don't know. I always figure out something, but it's going to be a great class. And if you like vintage train ephemera, oh, you're going to love this one, because you're going to get lots and lots of it. Jim, thanks for the thumbs up. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, everybody. And we will see you next week, if not sooner. All right. Bye.